Nice to have you in studio.
Yeah.
And this computer brand is pronounced VAIO?
VAIO.
VAIO. Now, this is a great size if you're traveling or if you're looking for a laptop that is loaded. And we, right before the show, dropped the price.
Oh.
To $799.
Oh,
5 easy
you're
payments
welcome.
of $160 each. And very, very exciting. Now, price and easy pay will all go away end of day.
Oh, gosh.
So if you want to pick this up, now is the time to do it.
Yeah.
Now, how many of these ordered, Mr. Jason? Historically, since we first started offering them? Since launch? Oh, okay. I don't think we have a number.
Oh.
It's so new.
Do some math. Yeah, you know what? It is new here, but VAIO has been around for a while. Well, we could talk about colors, then I'll tell you about VAIO.
Iron and steel.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Right?
And so
That's iron.
This is the iron.
Yep.
And this is the steel color.
Yeah.
You might also call it space gray and silver, but
Yeah, it's like
iron
a silver,
and steel is what
charcoal
VAIO
and
calls
silver, but it's iron and steel.
All right, $799.98, and iron and steel are the colors. Tell us about VAIO.
Yeah, VAIO used to be owned by Sony. So, David, my husband and I were talking about this earlier. I remember in the 90s when I worked in New York City offices that if you had what was then a Sony VAIO computer, you were like the coolest kid in town because they were very, very good and very expensive back then. Now, over time, VAIO has spun out. They're on their own. They're a Japanese company. And when we think Japanese brands in consumer electronics, we think prestige and attention to detail and the best of the best. And that's really what we're bringing you here. And I'll tell you this. I have brought now VAIO computers here at the Q for a little while. The last one I brought was also very good. This is the upgrade from that. It's souped up.
Wow.
The only thing we didn't soup up is the price.
Yeah, and we also have a feature tape that will roll, and I'd love for you to narrate because it goes through all the bells and whistles.
Great. So yeah, we could take a look at that. So what you're getting is this great 14-inch screen.
Windows 11?
Yeah, so we're gonna, you know what, this is a tape on Windows 11 actually. And so let me tell you about Windows 11 because here's the thing. This computer comes stock with Windows 11. And here's why it's important. If you're like, I don't even know what that means. What do I need to know my operating system for? Here's why. In October of this year, David, Windows 10 goes away. Now, it doesn't disappear off people's computers, but Microsoft will no longer service it. Now, what does that mean? It doesn't just mean if you try to call up, they won't talk to you. It means they will no longer push out security updates if you have the old version of Windows. So you might not even know that you need this great new operating system that we're showing you here in this video, which does all the latest, the quickest, the best things, just to make your computer run smooth and sharp. But I'm telling you, you do need it. And 900 million people, according to Forbes, are going to need to do that upgrade, and they may not even realize it.
Yeah, Windows 11 brings you closer to the things you love because we all have things that we visit on a regular basis
That's
on our
right.
computers or our tablets, whatever. This is so very important because the operating system is good at bringing you closer to the things that you love and that you're checking on a regular basis. Stocks, weather, trip planning,
That's right.
social media. Maybe you are also shopping online.
Oh, none of us do that.
Some of your
None of
favorite
us do
sites.
that.
I mean, when COVID hit, I started doing more shopping online. Things I didn't want to lug home from the grocery store were delivered to my doorstep.
Absolutely.
And even if I paid more for them, I paid for the convenience of not having to carry them home.
Absolutely. You can do all that and more. And this computer, so I want to tell you a little bit about what it does. And it also has something called Copilot, which I'm going to demo in a second. That's your AI best friend that comes stock in this computer as well. And it'll help you with things like shopping and your itineraries and your travel and all the things. But first, why don't I take you on a little tour? Because you might be thinking, well, why this computer? Couple things. David just mentioned the beautiful 14-inch screen. So this is a full high-definition screen. It's what we call LCD, so liquid crystal display. And what that means is you get that superior image quality, and you can see it the same. Like if I turn it, you know, some computers, when you see it from the side, it goes black and you can't see it. That's not with this one. You have a beautiful backlit keyboard, and then a bunch of other things like bells and whistles. Here's something I love. You have a ton of ports, which I'm going to show you on the side. Here you see a great ventilation system. I'm going to talk about that in a minute too. But first, let's talk about the ports. Why do the ports matter? So in some of the newfangled computers, they just have one, and then you have to bring a dongle if you want to plug in anything else. So maybe you're giving this for a child graduating college or going into college, and if they forget their dongle on another computer, they can't give their presentation.
Right.
This has the USB-C, the HDMI out, the Ethernet, all of these great ports that'll let you do anything that you need to do. Now over here, I was just going to show you this. They have the ventilation system, but also an aluminum chassis. Why does any of that matter? Have you ever had a computer that got so hot in your lap it felt like it was going to set you on fire?
And during this season, this warmer season of the year, you're probably wearing a lot of shorts.
Oh, totally. This aluminum chassis has better heat dispensation. Then you have that great ventilation. That means this is a computer that's going to last you longer. So it's in it for the long haul. It's also got a 2-megapixel camera. So I'd like to show you something cool, David. This is really neat. I'm going to pull up the camera for a second, and then I'm going to stand behind the computer, and then maybe you can get this over my shoulder. So can we see me in the computer camera right now?
We see you on camera. We also see you in the on the computer screen.
Wonderful. So number one, that's a 2-megapixel camera. I am backlit right now by studio lights, and you can still see me perfectly. That's a good camera. I'm going to ask you to take your finger right above where that camera is and click. It's called a privacy shutter. So here's the camera, and you're going to feel a little button on the top that you just click over.
Oh, I slide it over?
Yep, you slide it over from the top. Ready? Boop, just like that.
Like that.
And watch this. So now you can't see me. Now, why do we want that? Because people now can't hack in and look into what's going on in your room. So this is a privacy matter.
They can't see you. They can't see the room. They can't see that maybe you have the alarm turned off.
Anything. I mean, we have privacy concerns in this day and age. Our computer should speak to that. I know a lot of people that put a Post-it over their camera because they're a little nervous.
Or
you don't have to do that.
Band-Aid or a piece of tape.
You don't have to do that with
all of that is so very important now.
Yes.
Many of you are looking to a computer like this because it is loaded with bells and whistles and it grows with your needs.
Yes, absolutely. So we're talking right now about, let's talk about I have a great cooking analogy. You know what, David? This is perfect. I came up with this analogy just for you.
Okay.
It's a cooking analogy.
Perfect.
So imagine you got home all of your fresh food and your produce, and you need to keep it somewhere so it stays fresh, right? You don't want a little mini fridge like you had in college. You want a big, beautiful Sub-Zero, right? That is your 1 terabyte of solid state drive. So think about that as like the Ferrari of storage. Then you don't just want a silly little butcher's block to prepare it all. You want a big, beautiful center island. That's your 8 gigabytes of RAM. So that's a lot of space, a lot of surface area inside this computer to do all the things that you need to do. That's going to make your computer run faster. And then finally, I always say, I like to have a sous chef. I know you're a better cook than me. I like to have a sous chef. I want someone to help me out. That's your Intel i5.
I wish I had a sous chef.
Right? That's your Intel i5 processor. So that's going to help everything in here do what it needs to do and go fast. You know, have you ever had a computer that just sounded like it was straining?
Sure.
This is that upgrade, so you don't have that anymore.
Let's talk about Copilot, because Copilot is a great source for everybody to access.
I love Copilot. I get so excited. So Copilot is your AI bestie, and you might have heard about AI and you're like, I don't even know how to use that. Here's how easy it is. I just pressed one button, the little Copilot icon down there, and it came up. Look what it said. Good afternoon, Jamie. What can I help you with today? So David, how about we say compose an itinerary for a trip to Paris with my kids. Now, this is something that my mom used to pay a travel agent to do, or it might take me 3 hours of Googling. It's going to come back to me right now with an entire itinerary for my kids. So check this out. We have day one, iconic landmarks. It's going to give me family-friendly restaurants.
Wow.
It's going to go on and on. This is just, I even, as a technology expert, was resistant to AI for a while because I thought, I like to write my own papers, do my own research. Let me tell you something. You're not doing anyone any favors by wasting time. AI saves you time in this case. Now, it'll also do a lot of other things. I actually had it the other day. I had it I said, write me a poem about QVC on it's a little slow because the Wi-Fi here, on a Tuesday morning. And it composed me a poem that was like absolutely brilliant in about 30 seconds. Now, why do we want, a computer to be able to do things like that for us? Are you somebody who has papers or emails to write?
Right.
It could be helping you compose your Christmas card. The other day, I asked my son, hey, what should I have Copilot show our friends at QVC? He said, well, obviously, you should ask it to show you a picture of a dog wearing glasses and wearing a cape as a superhero. I said, sounds like a sound request to me. And so I asked it to pull that up, and it did it. Then I said, make him a Bernedoodle. And it just went deeper and deeper. What we're able to have the computer do for us in this day and age, whether you're doing newsletters or flyers for the PTO, this can literally take all the things that used to take you hours and do it for you in the blink of an eye.
Don't miss out on the VAIO computer. And remember, this is an Intel i5 laptop, 8 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte in that solid state drive. There are no moving parts.
That's right, exactly.
All this is going to lose its price, and it's easy pay at the end of the day today. So that's why you want to get this now and enjoy it. Jamie Hess, always a pleasure to have you back with us. Nice to see you. All right, we're going to give you another look at the Dynatrap. Now we have the half acre and the whole acre in this choice, 2 of the 3 colors